All right, we are here to, or I'm here to give you an idea how Walkabout Mini Golf works, just some basic things. So this is geared really for those who are thinking about getting this, don't even have VR yet, and well, if you do get VR, what would be a good game? I obviously think Walkabout Mini Golf is a good one. So here we're just going to do a little bit to get you an idea of what it's like, some basic things of how it works. So when you get into Walkabout Mini Golf, you have this little shack here. So if you kind of turn around a little bit, and you can go up there and practice. And you get there from here, and we'll show you how in a moment, the driving range. Then a practice green. Follow that little rickety bridge over there. And you'll notice those yellow rings. That tells you where the ball is. Okay? When you see that, that's where your ball is. All right, so a couple things going on here. If I wanted to go to the driving range, I can click on that. Or what if I do this? I'm doing forward on the joystick. I'm using the left. One in Walkabout, you only need one controller. So you take the joystick, push it forward, that circle shows up, and that's where you go. Now, you can change it to a more smooth motion if you want. This is the default that I'm using. So how do you change that? Settings, click with the trigger. And you see grip to putt. I have it off because when I first started playing it, I left it on default. And I'm just going to not talk more about that right now. I feel more comfortable leaving that off. Now, movement. By default, it's this where you push the locomotion, where you do the little forward on the joystick. You can turn on smooth if you want. And if you look, it says walk forward instead of teleporting with the thumbstick. So they leave it by default with the blue circle. You see how that is when I'm pushing forward on the stick. And for some people that might be a little disconcerting. They may not, if you're not used to VR, you may not like that. So by default, it's like that. It's turned off. So I think I turn it on. I think I'm used to this enough. Push the joystick when I shouldn't have, huh? Let's turn that on. Trigger. There we go. So you can see other things here. Audio. I have the music at 30% right now. I think that's okay. Voice chat, if we had sound effects, we'll leave that. Options. Those are default. I believe I'll just leave that as is. Down here, you'll see profile. And I had to change that. I had a different name. I had my email on there, and I'd rather have like a name. So I changed it to, that's my Walkabout Mini Golf name. Avatar. You can see I have an avatar, and you can edit that right here. I don't have a hat on. I'm going to have to get a... Oh, had the ears. That's right. Let's go ahead and change that. You can put that little cap on, and if we change that to... Yeah, let's just leave it for that. But you get the idea. And there's other things that you can change on there as well. Settings, again. Okay, so there's that. Now, if we go to the left a little bit, you'll see Tourist Trap is usually the first course people play when they get Walkabout Mini Golf. But if we go through what comes with Walkabout Mini Golf, the base game, the regular game, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's click the arrow, 7, 8. You see this line. So you get 8 courses to start with. Okay. Now I've added a few: Sweetopia, Upside Down, Alfheim. The plus sign, I haven't added it yet. And you keep going, and you have 3 more, and so on. I've added that, and I think there's at least 2 more. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and Around the World in 80 Days. What else is there? Okay, I haven't got anything else. But the arrows get you to the download content and the base game courses. All right. So when we get back there, one thing that you'll note on the top and on the bottoms are considered the hard. Typically it's like a nighttime course, I guess. So they are normally locked. You can unlock them by, there are two ways. Find enough of the hidden balls on the course. There's one lost golf ball or hidden ball or whatever on each hole, so 18. Or you do par or better when you play around. Those are the two ways you can unlock. So I've got these three unlocked, but I'll be honest, I haven't tried the hard ones yet. Okay? So when you see this, you can go play around and then get in there. Or if you do the three dots, click that. You could do just the first 9, the last 9, or you can do practice. We're going to do a little bit of practice, and I'll show you how that works in just a moment. And we'll do the base tourist trap. Maybe I'll look at another one. Let me close it up. X that. Try one that I haven't done hardly at all or ever. Let's go to the left a little more. We can do single player. Multiplayer, you have quick match. You get a random matchup with another person. Or if you have friends that you know, or maybe you don't know or whatever, but other people to play with, you can create a private room, give them the room name or code or whatever, and they can join you. I think it's up to 4 people, I believe, can be in there. All right, ready? All right. Oh, right now I'm using the blue putter. Oh, let's get a green one. So you just click on the one you want. You can get more of these putters. These are what you start with. You get more and special, like really interesting looking putters by solving riddles on each hole in the hard version of each course. Okay, you solve those riddles and you'll be able to unlock another putter. Now, where the balls come from, those are the lost balls that are on each hole of each course. So there's 18 per course. When you find them, they're added to your collection. So if you want a different ball, you just kind of click on the one you want. Okay. Let's get a different one. All right, let's go with that one today. Okay, I have done Tourist Trap more than the others. And see, I've done, what's it, Tethys Station. I've done that one once. These are add-ons. And Bogey's Bonanza, I've unlocked that. Okay, tell you what. Let's go with Tourist Trap. We're going to do a practice round, and I'll say why in a moment. So click practice, and it'll take us to. Well, let's see in a moment when we get there. All right, so when you get in there, you kind of bird's eye view. You're above the course, and you'll see like there's hole 1 is a par 2, and if you have a record for it, you'll see a record. Over here, you see a way to get back to the main menu, and you'll see I've collected all the lost golf balls on each hole for this course. 18. You can go into settings here. And here's your total. In practice, you won't have to worry about your score. Let's go to the right a little bit. And you see this menu. And so you can use the right or left controller, whatever you feel comfortable, but you only need one. And if you want to do replay, on my left one, it's by touch. There are 2 buttons, and it's going to be the upper right one with my thumb. I think it's the Y. And then we'll show you what replay is. But center on the ball, pull your trigger, grip the putt, optional. That is turned off right now. I feel more comfortable without it. And then you can turn with the joystick, up, down, sideways, teleport the call. Pick up a lost ball. When you see a lost ball on the course, you're going to point down at it and pull back on the joystick. On the joystick. But you got to get your hand close enough to it. Okay? If you're too far away, it won't work. But you get close enough. Pull the joystick back, and the lost golf ball will rise up in the air. You get chance to look at it, and it'll be added to your collection. Now while we're at it, the hand, you'll see it but if you turn your hand this way, you get some information. You'll get to see what hole you're on, how many strokes with the round, par 2, and all that. All right, anything else? No, we're just kind of a neat little look here. We'll show you a couple of other things here when we get going. Now, to get to hole 1, a couple of ways. Click that, or you can click on 1. Let's do this. All right. Now, I do not have grip to putt set, and so the thing you have to be careful of is you could accidentally hit the ball. And so I think most people prefer the grip to putt because that way you have to pull, I believe it's the trigger, before you hit the ball. Otherwise, your club will go right through the ball. All right, now we'll show you why it's called practice in just a moment, okay? But you want to, just like you're golfing regularly, let's get this a little closer. Okay. All right. So you want to get it closely. Just kind of maybe, let's aim a little bit here. All right. And if you don't like the shot, pull back and the ball comes back. All right. So that's a neat thing about practice. You get lots and lots of do-overs. Okay, so if you like the putt you want, you can pull your trigger and it'll put you right by the ball, or you can move. Okay? And remember, by default, the smooth movement like you're walking is turned off. The developers, Mighty Coconut, decided that some people, until they get their VR leg, so to speak, that you can do the push forward and that little circle shows up and you move that way. All right, now, let me get here. I'll get this shot ready. Okay, and then there we go. So now what you can do is you can go to the next hole. You follow that and look for the little rings that are going around. Now, you can do the walk and transport. If you have not found the lost golf ball for that hole, I usually, when I get done with a hole, if I haven't found it, I'll go looking around here. You know, and you never know. It can be, some of them are really hard to find. And there are a lot of videos online that help you find them. They have videos on just all the lost golf balls. I'm going, oh, there's spoilers. I don't want to do that. I'd rather find it myself. All right, we're going to go to the next hole by pulling the trigger. And then we're going to get ready to line up my shot. Okay. Yeah, it was a little too soft. I don't want it right behind that. Oh, now I've noticed that there's some marks on the course here, so I'm going to try to get the ball right around there. So I'm kind of aiming at that and trying to get a nice, even, smooth stroke. And that's not too bad. A little soft. We'll go with that. Trigger gets us by the ball. And there we go. Now, another thing I'm going to show you, that's 2 holes we got in. When you look around, if you're not used to VR, this is like low poly art, but Mighty Coconut, the developers, do such a good job with this. And you can see like seagulls, and you can hear the seagulls. It's a very immersive world. You're like right in it. And if you're watching this video, it's like you're seeing two-dimensional video. The best way I can describe it is, it reminds me the art is not too much unlike some of the cartoons I would see, the animated cartoons when I was little. But you're in it. You're not watching it on a flat screen. You are in it. Maybe that might be the best way to describe that. So now you can teleport to, you can just pull the trigger and go to the next hole. But sometimes, especially when you first start, it's kind of fun just to kind of walk a little bit. And, you know, you can kind of maybe stop and take a look around and enjoy the scenery. It's a very relaxing game to me. I mean, it'd be nice if I get a great score. I just enjoy the scenery. I just enjoy the environment. I enjoy the immersive part of this VR, this whole effect. Mighty Coconut's done a really good job, I think. Okay, we're going to do another hole, but I'm going to show you a couple of more little things we can do here. All right, let's see what we can do. It's not hard enough. Do-overs. I wanted to the right of that board just a little bit more, and it was a little too hard. That's not a bad shot, but we could do better. Seems like I'm hitting it just a little too soft today, huh? I normally do a little harder than that. Okay, we'll go with that, good or bad. Oh, we almost got a hole in one. Okay, there's another thing I'm going to show you. There's replay. We'll show you how to replay will work in just a moment. But you can fly in this thing. So you got to hold the stick down. Oh, you got to hold it above your head. And then you'll feel a vibration in the controller. And when it does that, with the joystick forward, you go straight up in the air. If you're not used to VR, it's a really odd feeling. I mean, it was just down there on the ground, right? And now we're floating in the air and not flying, falling out. Oh, get up here with the seagulls, right? Yeah. So, and you could just kind of fly around. It's kind of like at the beginning when you got that bird's eye view of the whole course. But here, you move the joystick around, all right? Here's a pirate ship here. So I'm pointing down. Do you notice I'm pointing down with where I point with my putter helps give the direction of where you go. So how cool is that, right? So I think we'll just get over here on the pirate ship here. And we just kind of look around and you say, okay, fine. Do you want to fly all the way back to the hole? How do you do that? I don't even remember where the hole is, maybe, right? Pull the trigger. And you're back where the ball is, right? Cool, huh? All right, now, on miniature golf courses, the real ones, you've done miniature golf in your life, you'll know you have these obstacles, and it can be a real pain to try to get your putter right in there. But if you notice, the environment does not block your putter, so you do not have to worry when a ball is stuck right up against a barrier like this, okay? It is hard to get used to, but with practice, you'll get used to that. It won't bother you anymore, okay? Now, replay. Okay, you can see I can do that. Now, why is replay a cool thing? Let me do this. Let's do it on the next hole, okay? Let's do the next hole, and I'll show you what I mean. One neat little effect of being able to do replay. I'm recording a video, so when I edit the video, I edit out like other little things in it. And you'll see, replay, you'll see what I mean. Oh, I'm getting towards the other border here. All right, now I know on this one, if you go to the left, that is going to land you a better shot when you get down there, okay? I've tried the other ones, and they don't do as good a job of getting your ball set up. Oh, golly. Bounces around a little bit. Oh, okay, so this is the second one from the right. Let's see where it goes. See, you're blocked. Well, that's not too bad. That's not bad. But if we can get it to the... Oh, there we go. So we're going to maybe get to see all of them if I keep messing up. Again, practice is really cool. Ooh, that's really bad. You don't want that one. No. All right, let's focus here a little better and get down there. That's the one I've had better luck where it lines me up for a good shot. That gives me a decent chance of getting the second shot in, right? All right, so of course we can walk across the bridge if you want to. But now we're by the ball. Okay, so we mentioned replay before, right? Now watch this. I'm going to press the Y button on the left controller is for replay. And you can see me, and you can watch yourself. And you can be at the other end of the shot to see how it did. So when you're playing with other people, it's kind of cool. You know, you can kind of, but it helps you. Watch. Let's do it again. There we go. You can watch yourself do the shot. Now, how cool is that? It'll help you improve your game there, huh? All right. So let's go for the second shot. Oh, it was a little too hard. Pull the joystick back. A little softer. There we go. All right. This is loads of fun. What other things can we? Just some basic stuff. If you first get into, Walkabout Mini Golf. I gotta get it. I'm trying to line myself up with a border. I'm in a kind of a tight space, so I think you need to hit it off there to get to go down. So let's try. Ah, way too soft. I've been hitting it a little too soft tonight for some reason. I want to get it off that barrier, and you see there's a ramp. And once you get going, oh, almost got a hole-in-one. Trigger. I'm going to try to get more back in here. And line myself up. Oh, do you see that little blue outline? That's like the ghost or whatever. That's where the lost ball was for this hole. Around hole 5. So you still get to see where it was, but there's just that little outline. So you found it, right? All right. Let's see if we can't do okay with this. There we go. All right, and if you look around, oh, by the way, there's an arrow in your view range. It's just a kind of hard to see arrow, but it'll tell you what direction to walk to get to the next hole. Okay. All right, I'm going to do this hole and one more because I get to go in there, and I'm going to give you an idea of what it looks like. Bonk. Now, I've tried this. I've tried going like that, you know, a little softer, because if you can catch that, you can always bank it off without doing that. I think a lot of people do that, but if you hit it hard enough, like that, you know, maybe a little softer, but you can see you set yourself up for a pretty decent shot. You hit it way too hard, that's even it's bad. A lot of these holes I've noticed, you do not have to hit the ball very hard, okay? All right, so let's try to get, there we go. All right, let's do one more. Ah, you can see where the lost ball was for this one right there. There's that little outline. All right, so we've shown you replay, how to fly, what the joystick forward and back does. When we were at the shack, how you can change your default movement into this nice smooth movement if you feel VR is not going to make you like dizzy or whatever. So you can keep it on the default. All right. I think, oh, by the way, if you want to, you can always do this, you know, right? You can always go, okay, well, let's see. This one right here, probably come out here. This one right here. And you can kind of walk around the hole before you shoot to see, you know, kind of maybe get a plan. Now you can see where the lost ball was for this one. So it looks like we want this one. We want to get it there if we can. It looks like that's going to be a better deal. If you get it here, it's probably going to wind up over here, right? So, trigger, and you get back to your ball. Easy cheesy, right? All right. How to play it is easy. How to be good at it, at least for me, that's a whole nother matter. There's a little more work involved in that, and I haven't played this enough. I'm fairly new at this. So, It is a lot of fun. I did high school. Oh, that was so close. I did play a lot of miniature golf. My friends and I would go to the one in near Montclair Plaza. There we go. And you can see the ball. Oh, we were so close. I did a lot of miniature golf. Now, oddly enough, I don't care for golf. I'm not a golfer. You know, even though I'm in retirement, I did not. Oh, now's my chance to go golf. No, I didn't never really cared for golf much. Miniature golf is another matter, and I think one of the reasons Walkabout Mini Golf in VR, this is really a lot of fun for me, is because it reminds me of when I did miniature golf back then. This is something you could play with others, like if you have family far away and they have VR. This is cross-platform. It's not just Meta Quest. I'm doing this on Quest. PlayStation has one, Steam VR, and there's more, I believe. I think iOS, Mac will have a. But you can do this cross-platform. You can do it with people that are far away from you. So yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. This one is tricky. It looks like it slopes up a little bit, so you don't want to hit it too far, because if you hit it too hard, it's going to go off. And some people try to do trick shots off the railing there. I'm not so sure about that. Let's do an easy one. See if we can get it to go up and then bend around, okay? That didn't do that. It just went off into the water, and that would be a stroke. Now, if you hit it hard, you try to bounce it off somebody. There's some people that do trick shots, and you can see that is just one tough thing to do. Can we even get it to bounce back on? Oh. Went way off the course. No. Oh, okay. You can see I was trying to hit that and try to get it to where it would bounce back, but I'm just not doing it. So let's do this. Let's just do a nice soft shot. Well, we can do better. Line ourselves up better for us to make it on a second one, right? And keep it on the green. All right, so let's go. I'm getting the hang of the smooth movement here. And it does, I got my VR legs, but it is kind of interesting moving like that. All right. Oh, I didn't quite do it hard enough. That was really close. I'm going to just call that good, and then we'll wrap up this whole thing by sinking this last shot here. Excuse me. All right, let's get this last one, and we'll head back to the shack. All right, so there we go. Now, on the controller, you can feel there's like a sunken button that you just barely feel it there. I'm going to press that, and you come back here. And I'm going to pull the trigger, get that, there we go, and click on main menu. And that's how I get back to the main menu. Back to the shack. All right, so here we are. So I hope that gives you a better idea. If you do not have Walkabout Mini Golf, it gives you an idea if this is something that you would like. If you were not into VR yet, if you do, it's a lot of fun. If you do get a VR set, definitely check out Walkabout Mini Golf by Mighty Coconut. So we're going to quit. So we're going to go boom and boom. All right, so now we are back, and we're still recording. By the way, if you haven't had a Quest, like if I go to the camera, and you see I'm recording, no, I'm not. Turn it off. That's how that works. All right, cool. And we are out.